to episode 3 of Courtroom Legends, the only show where we put your favorite fictional lawyers on trial and we look at their courtroom records and everything that they got going on. I'm your host, Christopher Anthony Richardson, and court is in section. Today's a very special episode. It's one of the highly requested lawyers that we're going to look at, and that is Harvey Specter from Suits. I wasn't really that big of a fan of the show, but based off what I found out about Harvey Specter, he's a badass lawyer, man. And I'm very excited to show you guys exactly what I found out about his legal styles and basically everything that we already know about him, but also things that you just didn't know about him. So let's get it started. For this character's background, I couldn't really find too much information about this, but from what I found, his full name is Harvey Reginald Specter. He's portrayed by Gabriel Mauch. Please tell me if I'm getting that wrong. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. There is no official birth date for him, but it is estimated for him to have been born around 1972. His occupation, he's a senior partner at Specter Lich. There's other names for this organization, or I'm going to say law firm, but he's the senior partner at this place. His specialties include corporate law, mergers, litigations. It also has been said that he has went to Harvard Law School. I'm hoping if he did go to Harvard Law School, he probably knows Annalise Keating, but who knows? It's all fictional, so they probably did go at the same time. That would be definitely cool if they did. One of his best quotes is, "He's the best closer in New York." When it comes to his win and loss record, there's not really like a set number for wins and losses like the other previous two lawyers that I found out and did research on. When it came to Harvey Specter, they said that his win and loss record was more like an 85% and plus. They said that when he does lose, which is like very rare, it's more or less like an emotional or misjudgment type situation. And because of the fact that he's not like a criminal defense attorney, and he really only works with like litigation and mergers and things of that nature, that's why you really can't see a good like number record of like his wins and losses. But 85% is still a pretty good number. So I would definitely hire him if I had any like corporate type problems and whatnot. So yeah. For Harvey Specter's real world accuracy, there's one pro and one con I want to highlight. One of his biggest pros is that his negotiation tactics are grounded in real world legal strategies. Basically means that if he were to be a real life lawyer, he would be a very good negotiator, which is why, he doesn't really go to trial that much. One of his biggest cons in the real world is his habit of bending ethical rules. And I hate to point this out, but when he hired Mike Ross, who is a fraud, I hate to point that out. I know people when they requested this thing, I know they were going to try to get me to talk about Mike Ross. That is a red flag because it would get him in really bad consequences in the real world. When it comes to Harvey Specter, my final verdict for him is a 9 out of 10. The reason why I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 is because I definitely think he's a great lawyer. I like how aggressive he is. I like the fact that his reputation is that he's a fierce lawyer and that he's a fierce opponent in the courtroom. His charisma speaks for itself. Very dominant in the courtroom. And I like the fact that he comes with facts. I like the fact that, too, that since he doesn't go to trial so much, that also means that he's doing everything he has to do before he even needs to go to court or even to stop trial altogether. And that tells you how great of a lawyer he really is. If you don't agree with me giving him a 9 out of 10, definitely tell me in the comments. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I've been trying my best to get these episodes out every week, but I definitely have a busy schedule. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe on the YouTube channel. I'm also on Instagram, and I'm definitely uploading this to TikTok. Next week's episode 4, will be the very famous Lionel Hutz from The Simpsons. You'll be very surprised about his courtroom tactics and his stuff. I've been watching The Simpsons for years. Lionel Hutz has always been one of my favorite characters on the show, and I'm ready to dig deep about who he is and basically what he represented for The Simpsons. Because it's always either been him or that other lawyer with the glasses and everything, or I think there was that other guy. There was another guy that was a lawyer on that show too. The one that always loses or always has the bad luck or whatever. But I'm definitely going to be looking at Lionel Hutz next week. And this has been Courtroom Legends, and court is adjourned.